Welcome back. Our first story, government has set a target to attract billions of dollars worth of private investments into the development of the Keta port in the Volta region. According to Transport Minister Kweku Esiama, feasibility studies have revealed that the first phase of the project will cost about $650 million. He have expressed concern that government alone could not fund the future seaport of Keta, which is expected to become the country's third port platform after those of Tema and Accra. He spoke at the stakeholder engagement on the project organized here in Accra.
I am pleased to report that the findings of the feasibility studies are positive. The study shows that the project is very viable. However, it is a fact that the projects of this nature are highly capital intensive, and government on its own may not be able to finance it all. We are gathered here today for this market sounding event because of our commitment and belief in the private sector to support government. And this is the way that we want to finance this project. I want to lay emphasis that the involvement of the private sector is to bring the needed capital, expertise and efficiencies to the delivery of this project. I am informed that some companies have already expressed some interest in participating in the port development. I therefore look forward to the other private sector investors or interest in this project. Ladies and gentlemen, this government, under the leadership of His Excellency, is committed to seeing the realization of the Keta port project. And I have said this thing several times on the floor of Parliament. I know the commitment of His Excellency and I know his honesty. We believe it will be the game changer as far as the economic situation of the Volta region and the OT region are concerned.
Meanwhile, board chair of the Ghana Ports and Harbours Authority, Isaac Osei, says concerns raised by indigents of Keta on the project will be factored in to provide a win-win situation for all stakeholders.
The plan is to ensure that no interested party or stakeholder is left out as we get into the subsequent phases of this project. Hence, our determination to ensure that your inputs are captured and incorporated into what we have. Today, we will be sharing with you findings of the feasibility study which has been conducted on the Port of Keta project, as well as some of the things that have been done behind the scenes. As an authority, we are not oblivious of some of the issues and concerns that have come up from sections of the populace in the area. And I'm happy that during our recent visit to introduce the new governing board of the authority to the revered Awomefia of the Anlo State, Togui Street III, and his traditional councils from Keji and Keta, they all assured us of their support, unflinching support for this project. In our collective determination to answer the call of our government to ensure the coming into being of the Port of Keta, their support and collaboration is imperative. I would like to assure all our esteemed stakeholders that beyond this engagement, the authority will always be ready and willing to welcome new ideas and suggestions on the way forward as we progress.
Well, let's take you to Glasgow, Scotland, where Ghana has officially signed the declaration on 100% zero emissions. This gives Ghana the chance to start moves to transition from fossil fuel-powered vehicles to e-vehicles. Environment Minister Dr. Kweku Esiama signed on behalf of Ghana.
We are very pleased to have signed up to this key declaration on zero-emission vehicles as one of the contributors, the determinants of this whole problem of global warming through greenhouse gas emissions. The COP26 declaration is a landmark global agreement, and we're pleased to join other national governments states, cities, and private sector to deliver this commitment. Ghana is already leading the way on a shift to ZEVs in West Africa through looking at options to reduce taxes on EV imports and developing charging infrastructure. To achieve this, towards the Paris Agreement, we know we must globally go faster. I would say we have to accelerate our effort to transition to 100% zero emissions in the shortest possible time. We are not there yet. The intention, that's why we signed this declaration. This declaration paves the way to do that. You can even deduce from this that Ghana's policy will be to also, if you like, at least assemble in the short term and even go on to manufacture vehicles, these e-vehicles. It's always been our aspiration. Government is assembling vehicles through some of these large companies. And so it goes without saying, without any equivocation, that is the policy of government. But of course, we have to learn to, crawl before we walk.
Environment Minister Dr. Kwekwe Fie. Now, Ghanaian sculptor Constance Swanika has called for radical decisions to address the high unemployment situation in the country. According to her, graduates are so much engrossed in theoretical studies that's making them not ready for the job market. Speaking at a meeting between the Design and Technology Institute and a delegation from Massachusetts Institute of Technology, she called for more practical sessions in tertiary institutions and also a review of educational policies.
Research shows that a concerted effort for much more primary and secondary education, combining national and international forces, Research shows that a concerted effort for much more primary and secondary education, combining national and international forces, appear to be the most promising route to reduce poverty and move towards sustainable development. However, founder of Design and Technology Institute, Constance Swanika, believes there should be an educational reform to include more practical lessons to better equip graduates for the job market.
I would blame academics. I went through university when industry attachment was not part of the curriculum. How do you expect me to transition into work when I don't know what it looks like? So look at the way we even transition our young people into work. I see that the academic institutions actually a lot of problems. But industry trends are changing so rapidly that there's the need for the curriculum to be living and to also adapt to the demands of industry. So if every 2 years we need to change the curriculum, and I think that the whole country understands that this whole job employment situation would require some radical decisions.
Director General for Ghana Standards Authority, Professor Alex Dodu, also called on government to set standards to certify professions. According to him, certification boosts the confidence of people and reduces over-reliance on government jobs.
We have a lot of our young men into the digital space. How do they trade with the world? They need the standards, they need to be certified, and they need to trade with confidence. And then the people we call informal sector, the people who actually drive the economy, they need recognition from the state that the work they are doing is genuine, is consistent, is reliable. Yes, they need skill sets, yes, they need training. But when you provide all this and you provide a scheme which brings them onto the ladder, they cannot bid for government job. They cannot apply for contracts from GSA, from anywhere. That is the way to unlock their potential and create jobs.
Design and Technology Institute and a delegation from Massachusetts Institute of Technology had a meeting to explore opportunities, share ideas, and explore potential collaboration between both institutions, particularly in the areas of entrepreneurship and job creation.
Well, as we speak about the unemployment challenge, this week is being marked as Global Entrepreneurship Week, and we'd like to put the spotlight on entrepreneurs in creative arts because the Creative Arts Agency will be holding a town hall tomorrow, Friday, the 12th of November, 2021. Joining me with a look ahead is Frank Kwabena-Owusu, who is a rep from the Creative Arts Agency. It's great to have you in studio with us to talk about this, Frank. So what informed the decision to hold this town hall?
Right. So across the world, every 8th to 14th of November, it is marked as the Global Entrepreneurship Week. And looking back at the problems we went through during the COVID outbreak in Ghana and all that, we noticed that the creative arts sector is one sector that was hardly hit. And so if we are equipped a little bit more in not depending on gigs from people, and we could find creative ways ourselves to be able to make money and be very economical in this country. So we thought of, coming together with the Global Entrepreneurship Agency to put together this all-important town hall meeting that will bring together almost all the various domains of our creative arts industry together and have a panel, give them a discussion and also tell them about their success stories and how they've been able to make it. One, to inspire the participants, two, to educate them on entrepreneurship, and also to inform them about the various opportunities within the creative arts industry in Ghana so they can take advantage of.
You talked about the impact of the pandemic on the creative
arts sector.
Yeah, I want you to highlight some of the challenges that were faced by some of your members.
Major of them. Our creative activities in this country is basically based on the gathering of people. So the closure of the halls, one of the biggest impact was the closure of the halls because people had already booked events and screening centers at the cinemas and exhibitions and concerts and of all forms and kind. And so when there were closure of halls and ban on gathering and all that, live ban programs could no more be attended, was a big catastrophe to our sector, and it really pulled us back. Economically, people were finding it very difficult to make ends meet because we were solely dependent on the gathering of people.
And how are they holding up? We are gradually, the restrictions have eased gradually. We are seeing that the COVID-19 pandemic is sort of waning, but there's a threat of a fourth wave. We hope that doesn't happen, but how are they holding up? Are they getting support from government in terms of money?
Right, so we got interventions from government. A year ago, government floated about 50 million cedis towards the supporting creative industries in the tourism sector, which quite a number of our creative players benefited in that regard. And so we got some form of COVID livelihood support to just boost, kick us back into line, so that we can begin to make some progress. And so we are happy about it. And number two, the gradual ease of restrictions is also, bringing a little bit of hope. Now we can actually breathe because December is going to be good.
Yes, we are entering the festive season and people are going to have a lot of fun, I hope. But I just want to ask you about this, just because you're talking about entrepreneurship. You mentioned the fact that you're going to highlight some of the opportunities in the sector. Going up, if anybody said they wanted to do something in the creative arts industry, you'd be told it is not lucrative enough. And you heard of our finance minister talk about the fact that the public sector payroll is full and asking people to venture into entrepreneurship. So for anybody watching and wondering, well, is there a potential job in the creative arts industry for anybody that is jobless at this point or thinking of a profession going forward?
Right. Huge, enormous opportunities within our space that people have not taken cognizance of. During the COVID, a lot of us were stuck in our homes. It was the creative people that were bringing people life in their homes. And there were a lot of people who were hitherto not creative people, but we saw them making beads. That is creativity. We saw them putting stuff together to sell online, go digital, instead of the interface with people. And so these and many other things are going to be discussed tomorrow. And we have carefully selected experts who are very good in this regard to come and speak to our creative people and share their experiences with us and so we can...
I can see that Rudy Kwachi is going to be the moderator of the program, and then you have Joel Nate. Everybody knows Joel Nate, don't we?
Sadiq Abdullah, who is the CEO of 3 Media Network, and Madame Teresa Ayowade, the CEO of Charterhouse Productions West Africa. So all these people, and then Manche, who is the director of Charlewood Street Arts Festival. All these are accomplished and successful entrepreneurs.
A rich panel you have there. Yeah. So who can be a part of this town hall tomorrow?
Every creative-minded person, especially those within our domains who are looking for other means of survival. I think this is a very good opportunity for you to come. We will be having both in person, and also it will be online on the Creative Arts Agency Facebook page.
So anybody can follow online?
Online.
Oh, that's great. Frankie 5, that's what we call him.
Yes,
Thanks very much for your time in the studio with us from the Creative Arts Agency on a town hall that is going to be taking place tomorrow. You're watching Business Live. We're back with some more stories. Welcome back. Automobile firm Toyota has launched Team Toyota, a unique spare parts support project developed for customers with vehicles considered as pre-owned. There's more in this report.
Toyota Ghana will only sell wholesale spare parts to Team Toyota garages and jobbers across all 16 regions in Ghana. Presenting the products to dealers, the after-sales manager of Toyota, Idris Seidu, says the effort is to ensure genuine spare parts to all Toyota motorists in Ghana, and also to affiliate with distinguished private garages that meet the standards and ethics of the Toyota company.
This Team Toyota. That is a concept, as my MD mentioned, a concept to target specific customers with specific vehicles that would allow them to be able to enjoy the quality service that Toyota gives, but at relatively very, very good pricing.
Meanwhile, MD of Toyota, Koji Yonaka, has been explaining the import of this product.
We conducted a market survey recently and realized that quite a number of Toyota used car customers have a preference for second-grade parts that are genuine and affordable in the pre-owned car segment. It is to satisfy this market demand that Toyota Motor Corporation has developed a unique product identified as IAM parts under the trade name Team Toyota.
Toyota has many cars in Ghana than any other automobile brand. Due to this, the company wants to get enough garages on the market to maintain its cars, thus deciding to support garages to service and sell their products.
Now, CEO of Sedum AG, a Swiss-based nutraceutical company, Rasha Ode, says Ghana has great prospects and a stable hub for investment and business. According to her, unlike other African countries, the size of Ghana's market is key in attracting foreign investors. That's the decision to expand here in Ghana. She spoke to Joy Business after her team donated some immunity-boosting drugs and PPE to the Mamobi General Hospital.
CEO and founder Rasha Udeb, who presented the items to the polyclinic whilst on a business trip to Ghana, said Ghana is one of the most stable countries in sub-Saharan Africa, highly business-friendly, and has a peaceful environment which is conducive for trade and commerce.
You know, Ghana is very safe country, and it's very good economy comparing to some other African countries. So we feel like establishing our brand in Ghana will bring a lot to us and will be a gate for the West African countries.
Rasha Ude is, however, looking forward to creating jobs for Ghanaians in the pharmaceutical industry.
We would like to hire some distributors in the Ghanaian markets. This is our plans. And this is what we are looking for, to find our representative in the market, to register in the FDA of Ghana, and to have a legally imported product to the Ghanaian market.
And before we go, we want to tell you about what is coming up at the top of the hour. That's in 30 minutes. The Joy Business Social. Tonight, we are talking about the 2022 budget and what to expect. The guests there, Yalate partner and financial advisory leader, Deloitte Ghana, and Dr. Williams Pepa, CFO, Valley View University, is going to be hosted by that handsome gentleman at your top right corner. He'll be the host for Joy Business Social at the top of the hour. Don't miss it. My name is Darryl Kwao. Thanks for watching. More news on our website, myjoyonline.com/business. See you later.